live. So cool. Yeah, thanks guys for joining. It's Daniel and Mike and Matt on October 30th, Tuesday. Good to be able to join. I guess so. I guess like I think that Sam had said to create an event for after the Rails 5 TDD mob, but I think he's probably on his lunch right now, actually. So that's interesting. I guess I'll probably need to go eat breakfast when he's probably coming back. So yeah. Don't know what we should work on. We have this this ticket here that we were working on in the Rails 5 TDD mob. It's good to have you there, Mike.
What is it about?
Mike is muted, so
I'm in the ticket.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you meant. I was just waiting for Mike to respond to what I said, but he's muted. So
what did you say? I think I was.
Yeah, no,
we wake you up.
It was good to have you in the Rails 5 TDD mob.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good to have you there. So Mike, do you want to explain to Daniel what this ticket is about?
So in the there are types of users in MetPlus. So one of them is the admin users, what they call the administration something, Matt?
Yeah.
Pets administration or something. Yeah. And then there is
the wiki here where they talk about it. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then we have the job developers. Yeah, so it's actually the roles that define the types of users. So we have the job developers, the case managers, and all those roles. And now what this ticket does is to for the job developers, currently they cannot see the there's this admin job properties link that should be added to admin job properties. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So currently the job developers are not able to see that, and what we are trying to do is to have the job developers be able to see that link. So what we did in the Rails TDD mob was just to write a test that checks that the job developers are able to see that link, and currently I think that test is failing, and that's what maybe Matt wants us to fix and make that test pass.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's one option of things that I guess we could work on, which would be really nice. I don't know about like there's other stuff in the ready column. The in progress stuff I think we're kind of leaving to the side for a minute. But yeah, so we have other things. I think you were kind of working on this, Daniel, right?
No, I'm working on sorting this one of these tables. So I can as well do this marking red, yellow, green, because I think it's similar.
Where?
638. 638.
So 638 is what you're working on, or something that you can do?
That's what I'm working on, but the other one, it was in the need review or.
So
yeah, I'm working on this.
Okay. I was just gonna see if I can somehow.
There is another one with this table, but you know, with different colors. So I can do this as well because I think it's in the same file.
Have you Have you pushed up like anything to the branch so that this will move over to the
Yeah, pushed. I've done one PR. It didn't pass in the morning, but
so did you linked
yeah,
it?
I got the 638 on the top of the file.
Okay, so you put the branch name includes like it starts with 638 or something. And then I guess so the pull request, if I look at the pull request, that's empty.
It's not tracker, it's
yeah, it's on the MetPlus here. So if I do that, you have this here, right?
Yes.
Okay. So and then you have here this. I think, yeah, I mean, I'm wondering why it's not linking up. I think you might need to have like one of the keywords like fixes or closes or.
Okay, I'll try to change it.
Yeah, let's, if you could do that and we can just see, because if not, then maybe it's nothing that you did and we can, but then we can tell that, because if you change it now, then I should be able to see that it moves over,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone will know what you're working on without you needing to specifically tell us. And then
does that need to be set up in the?
I mean, it's supposed to be set up by default in Waffle, because Waffle, like, that's one of the benefits of Waffle, is it has integration with, it's like developed by the same people that developed GitHub, I guess.
Okay.
Well, I don't know the same exact people, but like the same.
GitHub has now something similar to Waffle, built-in project something.
Well,
they rolled it out like last week or 2 weeks ago.
I think that Waffle was developed by GitHub.
I don't know, but yeah, but on GitHub you got something similar, so I don't think so.
Yeah.
That's just an app, GitHub Marketplace. So
yeah. Maybe I'm mistaken.
Okay, I've changed the description. I don't know if it will pop up soon.
Okay, so let's see if it actually moved.
It hasn't. Have to refresh the.
I mean, really, that should actually not matter as much as like just like, because the way it works in the other Waffle that I've actually seen it work.
On my, I don't even have it in the, it's website one, sorry.
Like if you push to the, you don't even need to put in a PR. If you push to the branch, it automatically moves to the in progress. So I'm wondering why that's not working with this.
Because this is MetPlus tracker, maybe it tracks only this one project, and
probably why,
using
that's probably
for other ones.
Although when you put the branch here, like it understands that your work that it's from the issue is from MetPlus tracker, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, it's here on like MetPlus tracker number 662. Oh, okay. That's, yeah, it's saying merged hotfix. Oh,
it's a different one,
Yeah, that's different. Yeah, but I wonder why that's like when I hover over that's. And yeah, you have 638 here. So yeah, I think it's just that, because it's a different repo. So I guess like we would need to manually move that over to in progress.
I can do that.
Yeah, that's what I saw in the README, because
I don't think either one of us can do that, actually, because we're not collaborators. So that's something that we need to ask for access to be able to do. Okay, well, that's easy enough. All right, so you're working on that, and you said you could work on another one that's related?
Yeah, 1 second. I would.
Is it 647?
There was one about update job.
The color boxes?
Yeah, color boxes.
It's 647. It was moved back into backlog because like it was from a while ago, you know.
I'm not sure if it's far away, but yeah, I'm in this file, so
yeah. I mean, Mike, what do you? So Dan, you sound like you're happy. Or do you want to like work on test driving this other feature with us, and then you'll get back to that other stuff later? Or are you just checking in and gonna?
Yeah, I'm gonna work with you. I'll try to start this. Why I don't know why it's not working on this computer. I got a small blocker, but yeah, when I got it running, I will show you.
Okay. And Mike, what about you? Are you keen to do some driving on this on that feature?
Yeah, sure.
Or are you? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Because you said you're leaving, but not for another half hour or so.
Yeah. So maybe I could just fetch.
Yep. I think maybe set up my branch as a remote on the MetPlus thing. So I guess the only thing is that you're developing in. Yeah, that's the interesting.
Docker.
You're doing Docker, and that we've upgraded. We've upgraded to Rails 5. Or have we now? I think we just upgraded Ruby, no?
Oh, okay.
So I don't know how that's going to work, but let's find out. Yeah, do that, and then I get some.
So we have. So this should be Git remote. Sorry, I haven't. Agile Ventures. So I think it should be. Should be MATTWRAT.
Yep, that's it.
And git fetch. Oh yeah, I have. But what are these? Git remote, git diff.
So that's the Docker stuff that you're,
So maybe I need to commit these.
Is that how you got it working for you? It wasn't working when you had it on port 3000? I think you changed it to that port maybe because you had something else running on 3000, or I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think this just forwards the spot. And,
Yeah, like that was set to 3,000 so that you could go to the local host 3,000 and then you could access the site from.
I don't think this. I think this is for the Postgres, or maybe Docker Compose.
Yeah.
Jam. So it's still
Oh, yeah,
3,000.
right. Oh, cool. All right, sweet. Yeah. Sorry, didn't see that.
And then the
That
other
was-
file, database.yaml.
Okay, so that wasn't there before because I think it defaults to 5432, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I think I don't know. Maybe you put that there because there was that weird error that we were getting about port 5432. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess like if you spin it up, is it working?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know. I mean, maybe you commit them, but probably not because if you commit them, then when you push back up, like I think those are changes you specifically don't want to commit unless you're on a different branch where, like, what branch are you on?
Dockerize one. I think this is fine because I think that they made it work for me locally. So maybe these should go to a .env file.
Yeah, well, I think it was actually I think like the host was set up to look for like the env database host, and then if it didn't find that, then it would do an empty string and fall back to an empty string, and that was how we could actually get that merged in, and people doing local development like myself would be able to use, still be able to visit localhost 3000, and then people who are using Docker would be able to be pointed to the host DB.
Okay.
So, I mean, me personally, I wouldn't worry about those changes at all right now, because you can. They're not. Well, actually, I think you need to, huh? Because they're not untracked. They're tracked, aren't they?
Maybe I can just commit, but then.
Yeah. If you want to commit, that's fine. Then you can change back, or you can stash them, and then you can just grab them later. That's what I just did. And I guess most
if I stash them, maybe I'll forget.
Yeah, most of the time when I stash, I just like I don't ever go back to them, but I just did like right now where I just did this get stash list, and then. But if you wanna commit it, then I don't know if there's any harm.
Yeah. So commit.
I think there is a bug on this homepage. It shows you your jobs where you applied and jobs, new job opportunities. And sometimes when I switch, between them, the page goes blank. So I have to refresh it completely to have the jobs back. I don't know if it's because of my changes, but I think it was here when I started.
Can you show your share your screen?
So here I will refresh it. Even the refresh, not always.
Sorry, hold on. I need to click on your. So
this is empty. There should be jobs, and here new job opportunities.
You're on localhost, and you've seeded it.
Yeah. Oh, look, now I refreshed. I've got it back. And it was like that before I started. I was only working on, this sub page, but it pops out on both of them.
Right. So sorry, I didn't completely understand. I saw that it was blank, and then you refreshed, and so what did you do to get it to be blank?
I don't know exactly. Sometimes it disappears. Oh, look. I went inside one of the job description, and now I'm back, and it's empty.
All right. So can you put up an issue? I mean, I don't know if it's
yeah,
an
but
issue.
can you check on your computer, because I was messing with these files. So
Yeah. So if I come here to job, you're on jobs, right?
but you have to have a user register.
So I'm logged in.
Okay.
But
Okay,
this is on production, so I was specifically going to check it on production to see if it's an issue here in production. Because
Okay.
if it's an issue just in development, then I don't know. I mean, we could put up an issue, but so it's jobs or it's home.
And you have to apply for. No, now I went only in one of the job descriptions inside, and I think I clicked to apply. It doesn't pop up always, but
So I guess like you're going from the job description and then you're clicking home instead of clicking back on jobs. Is that right?
no, go to job opportunities, home, job opportunities, and choose one of the jobs.
Okay, so I guess I need to log in as a different user because I'm logged in as
Click here to apply. I can apply sometimes, for a few of them, not always. And no, I think it's a JavaScript error.
Yeah, sounds like it, right? Hey, did you get anything in the console?
Yeah, I open it now.
Okay.
Refresh.
Yeah, it's that wiki. Here we go. Job seeker. We have this Tom Seeker Pets. I wonder if this actually works on production. I would imagine it would, but let's try. Tom Seeker Pets and same login. Invalid email or password. No, that doesn't work there. Okay, so let's do it here.
The first time it loads from the server. I don't. Yeah, but I wasn't sorting it, so because JavaScript is used here for sorting the tables.
So, okay, I come to job. I'm in the job description. I guess I can share my screen again. This is on staging, so it's not on development. So I'm in the job description and I can home. Yeah, so it's okay.
Yeah, new job opportunities are empty, and I don't know if they might be. Yeah, because I don't even have this description. There are no jobs available.
So I'm not able to reproduce it on production. On staging, sorry.
I will try to log in as well.
Yeah, it seems okay on staging. Get some production. I don't have the thing.
What's the name of this site? Staging Pets Workforce.
Staging.petsworkforce.com. And Mike, how are you going?
Actually, since I was running this with Docker, and your branch doesn't have Docker. Yeah, but I've been able to run the tests locally.
Oh, cool. Nice. So you can't just you can't go to the browser, I guess, is the only thing you can't do, right?
I can't get the browser.
You can't go to the browser.
And like doing Rail server?
Rail server, yeah. Because
it looks like we are having some server issues. Where does this come from?
Don't know. It's a good question.
Who's
So
using
you
my
need, yeah. Well, that seems like it's not running, is it?
this guy?
Yeah. You
Okay.
kind of you supposedly you never want to change you never want to leave your Docker server running when you change branches.
Okay.
I've heard like horror stories from people talking about ruining things. So that actually there, like, so it looks like, you saw that thing, but it's a server's already running, but then it tells you like it shows you that there, check user global blah, blah. Have you seen that before?
Again, there's another book. Yesterday, yeah, when I was registering, I had the same problem, similar, but without this modal.
Daniel, I don't know if you're talking about your issue or you're commenting on what Mike's dealing with.
On mine. Yeah, now it is up here.
Okay.
Here.
Yeah. So he's on the staging server.
Mm-hmm. On my, you got Google because it's on Hangouts.
What page are you trying to access?
I try to register as a new user.
Right. So if I log out and then register as a job seeker.
I'm clicking log in, and from this page I go to register.
Okay. Register as a job seeker or register as an employer?
As a job seeker.
Okay. So yeah, mine is okay on staging.
Yeah, but that's after I enter my details.
Oh, sorry. So, okay. You entered everything?
Yeah, it was, screaming that the phone number is wrong, and when I change it to something else, I don't know if it's because of the phone number. I don't think so, because then you would have an error from Rails.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Samuel, does Sam have to do something else, I guess, or?
I think he's eating lunch,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. There's some people that like to eat during the day. I don't really understand that, but try not to judge people.
Matt, it seems to be running.
Yeah, cool. So you have gotten past your blocker of not being able to use Docker or not being able to do things locally?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think it's just the mood of the machine. I don't know.
Yeah. So I got the same error.
Okay, so I am not alone.
Yeah, I guess I didn't put extension optional, prefix and extension optional. Did you put dashes between these?
No, just plain number.
Okay, so it could be something. Maybe there's some sort of validation. I don't know.
Yeah, but when I entered a wrong number of ciphers, then it was, okay,
Yeah.
it was just giving an error that is wrong.
I mean, I don't know if I would worry too much about on staging. I mean, presumably that's not the case in production. Although I don't know if I want to go creating an account in production. I guess there wouldn't be any harm to it. But yeah. Not really sure, if you want to play around with it or if you want to take a screenshot and put it as an issue. Mike, you want to walk us through what you're doing, or are you just?
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out like which files do I start with, and since this was a use a login thing.
A user login thing?
Yeah, because when the user logs in, that's when they should be able to see admin.
So did you? I mean, I guess like, yeah. I don't know if you want to leave all those tabs open, but I mean, yeah, it's fine. Did you find the file that actually has the test to have a look at what we're doing?
Yeah. So the features, it's in the
Isn't this website one that you're?
oh, this website one. Okay, sorry.
Good catch.
Yeah, I was sweating already.
Yeah, it would have taken us a while to debug that if Michael weren't here. Like, why is it not working? Good times.
Admin access, job properties.
Yeah, that's it. Beautifully named. Yeah, cool. So when you say it's a login issue, what are you talking about?
When users when the users with the role of job developers, because I ran this test.
Yep.
You test. Okay, I think my test is gone. But if I run the cucumber and it's called admin. So she's expected to find text admin MetPlus. So
It looks like the right error. I mean, that looks like the error that we were getting in the mob.
Yep. That does. I was just wondering, like, yeah, I was trying to get clarification on what you were meaning by a login issue, because like you have there like given I'm on the home page, given I log in, and then that's green, and then I should see signed in successfully. So it seemed, I don't know if you misspoke or if you clarify what you meant by that, but like there seems to be no issue with logging in, and now like the issue which is not really, is that we have a new feature where we want the person to see the admin drop down in the nav bar, and they at this point they can't see it because of some reason.
Yeah. I think given I'm on the home page and given I login, so it's on the home page and the user signed in successfully. Okay, I think I was not following TDD when I was looking for what to do.
No.
So maybe I should go to the web steps routine and see what's there. So this is just asserts no text and asserts.
Yeah. This is like, what you've been playing around with like expect to, page to have content or whatever, that kind of thing,
Yes. So then to resolve this error,
Uh-huh.
I should find the page where I should find the home page, because
Mhm.
that's where maybe we need to have admin.
Yep. And we've already verified that, like, depending on how, who we're signed in as, that already actually does exist. So the reason the person can't see it is presumably because of it, permissions. But like, yeah, I think finding the home page and seeing if you can find where that admin dropdown is at is a good first step. Yeah.
So maybe I go to the I've seen something called navigation steps in 70. So I go to home page. So what I'm trying to do is to get the URL for the home page.
You should do rake routes, basically.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna probably need to run it in a container if you don't have it installed locally.
So
There's the root. And what is that? It goes to main. There's a controller called main and it has an index.
controller called main.
Yeah, I'm gonna write.
Oh, okay. So controllers. And then in the views, we look for main, look for its index. This
If you just search for admin in there, see if it's even in there. It may not be. Or application admin, or how was it spelled?
Yeah, it's case insensitive, unless you got to be case sensitive. But does that make sense to you why it wouldn't be in there, Mike?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because this is the main page that we go to when we log in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so normally we would expect to find whatever is on the home page there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then
go to layouts.
Just a second, Michael. So you're on the home page, and you expect that the home page is not where you find this link. or finish what you're saying. We can get to the layout in a second.
I expect that in the homepage I will find the HTML for whatever I see when I log into the homepage.
Okay, which you expect does not include the admin.
Includes admin, but then admin is not here, so it must be imported from somewhere else.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Try the layouts.
So okay, layout. Cool.
Because those are often the things that are on every page. So there's probably like a menu. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
It may be in there.
The other thing you can do is, like, if you're unsure, is you can do a global search for admin.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes sometimes it'll be in too many places. But if you do it case sensitive, then like there might not be too many places that have uppercase admin,
There it is.
Yeah.
So if the user is signed in and their current user agency admin, then they're given that, and then
You see on line 17 and 18 is where he's talking about. If the user
Yes.
signed in.
Mm.
And then the current user needs to be an agency admin for them to see that menu item.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then they actually need the only part you want them to see if they're a job developer is 28, right? You don't want them to necessarily see agency and partner companies.
Yeah.
So you may need to think about refactoring some of the logic
Yeah.
as to how
So
the view is being.
where do we get this?
Maybe you can do a global search.
What did I do?
Don't know.
I think they're helpers.
Oh man. Okay. So did I delete anything? No.
No, doesn't look like it.
If you do a
It
global
just-
search, yeah, see, there's a layout.
Yeah, so what Michael was saying is that
Helper.
in the views, like, you have helper methods. So you could, if you know that, you could go to app helpers, and then you can.
It's
There's
showing
all-
up right there on your global search. So
Yeah, I think he's just trying to find it in the tree.
So
it's at the top.
admin helper. So it's a module that yeah. So
Yeah, so that like we try to make sure that we don't have the logic in the views.
yeah.
So instead of having all this logic there, we can extract it into a helper.
Yes.
There's not a reason to make it into a full class, right? So it's a module in this case with just one helper method.
So maybe we need a helper module for job developers. So could we just add it here? Because here the way the module is named, agency admin helper.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, it could go ahead to have more than one method. Or maybe you could refactor this to give it
So what is it that you're trying to accomplish? You want to create a method?
yeah, I want to create a method to return maybe a truthy value
Mm-hmm.
if the user is a job developer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So job seekers. Okay, I see they have job seekers, job helper. I don't see a job developers one. So maybe you could create one for them.
Yeah, we definitely could. I guess like I mean, we do have like part of the idea of the ticket is, and like the branch name and the feature name and all that is that we want job developers to have partial admin privileges.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't necessarily mean that that we have to create its own module. I mean, I'm not sure. Maybe that is a good idea. I'm just saying, just pointing it out that they will have some admin privileges. It's just we want to restrict them not to have full admin privileges. What do you think about that, Michael or Daniel or Faith? Faith kind of joined us late, so she might not have anything to say about it right now. But.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Great. Yeah.
We're just-
Now you thought to say hi.
Yeah. We were just talking about helper methods and modules and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, great.
Yeah, I know, right? They help keep our view clean.
Yeah.
I was also noticing that they use Haml or something in this, like instead of ERB.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's kind of
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
So anyone have any strong feelings about where to place this method, or
Maybe having a job developers on helper will give them their own
So-
independence.
And what's the job developer role? What does he do?
I think they're the ones who create jobs, and then the job seekers find the jobs created by the job developers.
Okay, but it's someone from the agency or someone from outside which can post jobs there.
it's someone? We think it's someone from the agency. Like Mike, if you could go back to the test that we're
The test file?
yeah.
It should be easier to find it here. Features. Oh. Am I still on MetPlus? Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see we have like the following roles, which in this case we have like job developer and then CAM is case manager, which we originally wrote it without a case manager and then it failed and we followed it back to, and there like kind of needs to be a case manager role. And then you can see there we're creating an agency, and within the agency there's like different agency people. And one of those
is agency people helper, so maybe we can add it to this file. Disable agency admin job seeker.
So I mean, there's like roles. It says there's like roles, but implicitly each role basically has an like a author, like not a. That's an authorization to do things. That's not modeled. It's not like there's not like an authorization module or something. It seems to just be spread out throughout the application. So I would say that in that case, I mean, it feels like the grain of it is that we would create another module for the helper because it's broken out by role. Like the agency admin is a role, and so putting the job developer, that's a different role in there, feels like you're mixing those two roles into the same helper. Whereas if it were, say, authorizations, where the authorization was like, can edit job details or edit job details helper, then it would more clearly go into the same module. But given the way that it's structured right now, I mean, to go with the grain of it would be to create another helper.
Yeah, so I guess there's like two different roles, I guess, maybe. There's like agency admin, and then there's like everything else, agency people. Because people is not a role, I guess. But
there's just like job developers.
Yeah.
The one role we know of that's being changed.
Yeah,
But
totally.
I mean, there is a potential refactoring where you would. I don't think we don't know enough about the app yet to refactor. I don't think, but
yeah, no.
You could have a refactoring that's like can edit or whatever.
So this kind of goes back to so Daniel is normally in the Rails 5 TDD mob, but he wasn't there this morning. So it goes back to what we were talking about in the Rails 5 TDD mob, where Michael, you were saying that, and Sam as well, that particularly since we don't really know this code base that well, that it's probably a good idea to lean on the side of like creating our own file with its own module that has like that specific thing that we're doing in it, instead of adding stuff to other files.
All right, get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that make sense to everyone then?
I mean, I would say that in this case, it's more that that module is clearly, it's like named as about that role, whereas this is a different role, and now we're saying they share some like authorities.
Yeah.
But the module itself is not about the authorities; it's about their role. Like if we were to refactor it and create a module that's about authorities, then they would maybe both belong in the same. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that totally makes sense.
Like where if you had like a module that was like authorities helper and it was like can edit job properties, like that's the method, then this would clearly like be a modification of that method.
Yeah, and in that case, it doesn't matter. Like adding to that would be the logical thing to do.
So I've just been comparing this and that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I see the first thing they see that they do is to user signed in. Yeah, question mark. Yeah. And then
So I think when you
I think it's substantially the same method, except instead of A, it's JD.
yeah. So yeah, maybe in that case, copying and pasting would be.
okay, yeah, copy and pasting. Okay. So I don't know about this.
Yeah, I mean, I think we want to make sure that they're an agency person. I don't. Yeah, I would have to dive into that what exactly it is, but we have that actable method. But I kind of agree with Michael that it's the only changes on line 5 instead of AA would be like JD, I guess is the role they call it. It seems like.
Okay. Okay. And then how do we include this?
To go back to where the layout that you were on, where the other one is used.
It is a slick way of doing it, though. They
Yeah,
signed it. They signed it inside the They
Yeah.
assigned person inside of that like comparison.
Sorry.
That's not clear to me. The assigned person.
It said in the module, in the helper module, they assigned the current user to the person variable, and then they did that like more, yeah. They did an assignment and then they did a comparison, like they did a method on it. That's where the second person comes from.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
I think but Mike, you're asking how can you include it in the file that you want to use it in, and I think that you, I mean, I could be wrong, but I think that you don't need to explicitly include it because of the Rails asset pipeline. So that's why we're putting it in this helper, in the helpers. Is the helpers methods are available to the view. So like you can see there, if you go back to the menu.html.haml that you were on, like they just say if current user, they just call the method, you know. So the interesting thing is that like that Michael was talking about is maybe doing a refactoring, is that right now what we have it is like we have if the user signed in, then it goes to the if current user admin, and then it like shows the drop down. But then we in the method that you wrote, we wouldn't get past this. We wouldn't get past we wouldn't get past line 18, right? So we would.
So we have over here. I don't know what's. That's the right way to do it.
Or current
Yeah.
user,
Yeah.
job developer.
Couple or
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've seen the double pipes more than the written out, but and I don't think it's capital.
maybe because I'm sure of the
It's not capital.
No. And
yeah, because or it's more readable.
yeah, but there's some implications to using like the written. They're not exactly the same, but I don't know if it would affect this. I don't know enough about the differences to say whether it affect this or not, but I think like if you look at like the other ways that it's used in this file, you can see that it's used like with double pipes.
double pipes. Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe someone else has a reason why we shouldn't
I
follow.
forget exactly why it is. I think it's like bitwise or something. Operators versus not. But yeah, I think that's good enough for now. And then the other thing you're gonna want to do potentially is I don't want to put things in that are not. So what do we actually have under test right now?
Yeah, I was gonna say that I think like
That's all we actually have under test right there, right?
that will show the admin.
Yeah. So run the test now, and then it should pass.
Mm-hmm. I guess that probably makes sense to everyone why we want to run the test right now and get it to pass. Yes. Cool. Woo!
Woohoo.
That seems like a good place to stop for the day, huh?
Is there a Lakers game?
What's that?
Is there a Lakers game to watch?
No. There was one last night. Actually, they lost again.
They're losing all the games.
I know, right? Right. I don't want to talk about that. Why you guys bring up sore subjects? Cool. So, I guess is there a logical next part of this, like the test that is clear to everyone?
A logical?
Next like line that you can write for the test.
And it should, let's see. What was it?
So I guess maybe before you finish that, do you have it open in the browser?
I did not log in. You shared.
Yeah, there's like job. Where's the job? On this page here, you can find the different permissions at the bottom. And like you have a job developer that's jane@metplus.org. Although I guess your seed file didn't seem like it ran successfully. So let's see what you have here.
Then
QWERTY QWERTY.
1 2 3 or at 1 2 3.
What's that?
Go to 1 2 3. Okay.
It's taking a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, the other thing you could do as well, like while you're waiting to load, is you could check out like the test that because you remember like most of the stuff that I was doing this morning, I was just copying and pasting, copying and pasting, copying and pasting. So like you have like you have that other test that it's like agency. Agency admin, yeah, I think that's the one, right? So we're kind of like, so we have given them on the home page. I log in, I should see settings, I should see admin, and then you have like on line 60.
They click the admin link.
So like you're writing a test like I should not see, and then I'm not sure exactly how you're gonna, maybe I should just let you finish writing that.
Okay, this doesn't make sense to me though.
So is your browser done? Is your browser done loading?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. So you can see admin on that page?
Yeah.
Okay. And what are you gonna do to it? Oh.
So I'm seeing agency.
Yeah, but so before you open that, you open that by
Doing what?
yes, by doing what? Mike.
So I'm clicking on that and
Yeah.
So
And
you
so
I was just saying, like you said that you didn't understand the line that says, and I click on admin.
okay, I didn't maybe understand the why the test for clicking was needed.
Is it clear now?
Yeah. Now it makes sense. Why?
Like if you write a test that says I should not see agency, whatever, blah blah blah, that link that you don't want to see, then that test will pass, right? Because when you look at the site like this, you can't see that. Now you can see it.
Yeah. Okay. So if I say, and I should click this. Oh, okay.
So like that's what Mike was talking about earlier when he was saying that test, this agency admin dot feature would be kind of difficult to add to, and because like all the steps there have this like this setup that's like I'm on the home page, I'm logged in as an admin, and then there's those last two I guess we're gonna borrow from, but
Okay. So what to do?
Let's say you want to click the admin link. Yeah. And then you want to say, I should not see. So you don't want to see that one link, which is, what is it?
agency and partners.
Yeah.
I think it's like, isn't it? I don't know. Robert was saying it's better to make a positive assumption first, and then make a negative assertion. So, like, what is it that you like? If we go back to like, we want the job developer to be able to see which link.
They'll see the job details link, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, job properties. I think something like that.
I think you broke. Can you please repeat?
So what do you expect to happen for a job developer when they click on the admin link? And like, if you ever, the reason it's nice to have the browser open and have the same permissions is if you ever get stuck on like, okay, what's the next step? You can go in there, because remember, like behind the scenes, this is using Capybara, which is going to be like kind of trying to mimic the user. So you've clicked on the admin. Now, what is it in this feature that you want the job developer to be able to see?
I want him to see this and not this.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So take one of those at a time, you know.
So maybe they click this. Then I should see, is it then or and?
It doesn't matter, but I think to me it makes more sense logically to say then, because it's a result of the action.
Then I should see
Sure.
this. Okay.
So I'm assuming this test will pass, but yeah, maybe it's good to test our assumptions. Cool.
And then I don't know if they have
And I should not see.
The third part.
And I should not see the agency and partner companies. Right.
Yep.
what's the word? Agency and partner company.
Yeah, and this should probably fail because of the way that it's structured right now.
Yeah.
Right now you can see it.
Very good.
Yeah.
And did you say, Michael, that there's actually a third? Or no? Is there 3 links? I guess not, because you can only see 2 with the way it's currently set
I
up.
don't think there is, no.
Yeah, I thought maybe there's a third one that you know. Yes, failing tests.
Happy.
Woohoo! Red, green refactor.
Wow.
Well, you should always check and verify that it's failing for the right reason.
True. You sound like Fate.
I'm very poor at reading whatever reasons the tests are failing for. I normally just tend to go back and try finding out why not.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just you get better at it with practice, you know. Just, I mean, does this one make sense to you?
Yeah, expected not to find the text agent partner in the MetPlus homepage. But I think it found it. So this is the failing scenario.
So I think what Michael was suggesting, I don't know, I don't want to put words in your mouth, Michael, but were you suggesting that you're saying when you say check to make sure it's failing for the right reasons, you're saying like read the error message, or are you saying like remove the not, for example, and get it to pass?
You can do either, yeah. I mean, you could remove the not and see that it passes, but
We kind of assume it's going to, since
but I think the error message is pretty clear.
Yeah. It is. Yeah. The only thing with like the should not see is that you could have written it with like all lowercase, for example, and it would still pass. Like,
Yeah.
well, no.
Yes.
It was
So
still,
if I do,
No, it will pass still. Yeah, you have to change one letter.
yeah.
Now just make I should see, then it will pass. And
let me try that. So if it's lowercase, it should not pass. Huh?
No, it should not.
Oh. Okay. So back to the correct wrong thing.
I think now you're going to want to click on the job properties link, right? And then it'll probably like blow up on you.
Still on the feature file.
Yeah.
Well, sorry. But
If you go on.
I was just going to say, don't we want to fix this failing test first?
Oh yeah. I thought we had fixed it now. Now go into the template and you're gonna probably want to add an if clause so that it's scoped to just if their current user agency admin around the what is it?
Starting on line 24, I think.
24, yeah, between 24 and 25. Not on 24, but one below that. You just want to hit that one list element.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because you want the drop down menu, you just don't want the one link, right?
Yeah.
And I think you want a space on line 25 between the
dash and the if.
No, not a space there. Yeah, between the dash and the if, because Hamel's really sensitive about formatting, it seems. So now, yeah, I don't know if you need to indent it like that.
You don't.
No, it doesn't seem like it. Like you can see how it's indented from line 18 and 19.
Line 26.
Yeah.
So where does this go? There.
Same place, I think, I think it's at the same level. Oh no, yeah, that looks right. Yeah. Or one more, I'm not sure.
One more is inside.
Doesn't it have to be in oh yeah.
Then line 29 also need to be.
28 and 29.
That's fine.
Oh no.
Yeah, you have to ident 28 and
So I guess the thing is that that Hamel doesn't use end, right? So they use like indentation for ends.
Yeah.
So I think if you put 28 and 29, if you indent that, then it will think that you mean like not to show either one of the links.
True.
okay, you just want one. Okay.
Yeah, we just want one.
All right.
Because we want them to see job property.
Yeah. Sorry.
So I guess maybe run the test and see if it...
Yeah, save it and run the test.
Expect it to pass.
Yes, what are our expectations? Thanks, Faith.
Pass.
Someone has to... Hey!
Win.
Awesome.
All right, now you could click on the link.
Yeah.
See what happens.
So, and I click.
Job properties link. Right, because that's the one that's going to be there.
True.
Then,
And what do you want to happen when they click on the job properties link,
no
Mike?
idea. We've never done that. There's like a listing, isn't there, or something?
I think
Let's see.
Jobs.
yeah, it's like going to go to the job properties index page, I think, something like that. And so, yeah, that's what we don't want them to to see, right?
Yeah.
So I guess they're probably in that other admin feature. There's probably a scenario where the person clicks on the job properties and something good happens besides them getting an unauthorized thing, right? If you search for job properties, like in the file, because it's a big file.
Why were we getting that error of not authorized?
Where would you say where or why?
Why? Why?
I think probably because we're not authorized.
Okay, who's authorized?
It seems like AAs are authorized, and I'm not sure if anyone else is authorized. Like AAs mean agency admins.
Okay.
So yeah, so we can see a scenario here where we click on the job properties link, and then we have to wait a second, maybe for JavaScript. I don't know. I'm not really sure. And then we have like some expectations, I guess. But yeah, I guess this doesn't have an expectation to say what page we should be on, which is what I was kind of thinking would be helpful. Is that so? That's the second place that has job. Oh, and that's the third. Okay.
Well, if you go to the view, what is the link? It's probably a route, right?
Like the main view?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I mean the view for the one that we just edited to get the feature to pass.
The menu dot.
Yeah.
Right, hammer.
The URL for the helper for that should be in there.
okay.
Is this still called a partial? Because
Yes.
of the underscore? Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
agency admin job properties path.
And
I mean,
Faith, I don't know if
that's gonna be your path.
yeah. You can do the same thing, Mike, that you did before to find out where that takes you to. Faith, I don't know if you're here. Like, so Mike was talking about how this is in the layouts directory because it's used by more than like in kind of the whole site, you know. So it's like a partial that's in the layouts. Yeah, Mike, I was talking about in the rake routes.
Okay.
If you like looking rake routes, and then you can do that hyphen, yeah, you can do that, or you can do hyphen capital T, which will give you all the routes. No, never mind. I'm talking about something else. That's rake tasks.
Yeah.
You can grep for like, so it's a shorter list, you know. So that probably won't be
Path.
because yeah, it doesn't have path at the end of it. But yeah.
So that's in the agency admin home.
Yeah.
If you go up, scroll up.
Scroll up.
Agency admin home. Yeah, I just like to see where that is in the list. Agency admin job properties. Yeah. There's the job properties one. Agency admin job. That's the one. So it's on the agency admin controller. Method job properties. Yeah. I mean, you could just click on it and assert that you're on that link on that URL and see if that passes as a first go.
Mm-hmm.
What should I click on this?
No, I think when he says click on, he's talking about in your test. So in your test, you've clicked on job properties, correct?
Yeah.
So then an assertion that you can make is that you're on the URL that path leads to, which is like agency admin job properties / job properties.
Mm-hmm. So I can come here. And click on
job properties.
yeah.
On line 31, you're clicking on job properties.
Then
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What are you doing?
that was okay.
Yeah.
The next line.
Yeah.
Or
Then I should be.
then
No, Mike,
mm-mm.
why are you clicking on?
I think I don't understand whatever.
So if you
You're not.
if you go back to the browser, maybe it would help. But like the thing is that you're on the browser, you click on the admin,
Mhm.
and you click on the job properties, right? And right now, what you're getting with the current implementation is that you're still on the agency people 3 home, and you have a big red banner saying you're not authorized to administer MetPlus agency. But the what we want to happen is that when you click on job properties, that will lead to the path that goes to whatever that path was. So what people were suggesting is that you assert that you're on the path that you should be on, or that we want you to be able to be on. So if you see there on your test, you've already clicked on the link just like you just did in the browser, and now then I should be on, or then I don't know how they match it in this project, but it's, I am on, or I should be on, one of those probably. And then I don't know. I personally would look for how they use this in the site, because there could be different ways of. Is there? I don't know. I'm not sure if they use it here.
Oh shit.
So it doesn't look like they use it in this particular file, because they're doing stuff that's like, assuming they see certain information and then they interact with that information. So, but you could do like a global search to see. So like the thing is that, yeah, if you do a global search for I should be on or I am on, the way it kind of works is that it's going to match all the feature files first, and then you're going to get like the matches for the step definitions at the end of your search. So if you scroll all the way down to the end, you might be able to see it. But the other thing is to remember is that you're using regex. So yeah. Oh. So sometimes you don't want to search for I, you want to search for just am on, No, those are all features. Scroll down. Down.
Is this done or up?
Down. No. Down.
What does down even mean?
I also don't know.
Scroll down. There you go. You see there on right there where your cursor is? There. Given I am on the blah, blah, blah. So, but I think, yeah, maybe should be on would be better. I don't know. Anyways.
Yep.
Yeah, you can see there, like.
It should be.
Yeah, so I don't know, because then
Go to page translator. Like search for page translator. Page _ translator. Do you see it on line 75? Yeah, we want to find the definition of that and see if there's like a already defined step.
I mean, I think we don't want to visit it though, because then that would.
No, it's also in the I should be on step.
The I am on, right?
I should be on. There's like a step called I should be on
Oh, okay. I didn't see
that
that.
asserts that the page matches that.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see that. So there, do you see there what we're looking for?
Not right now. Go down. Scroll down. Agency something edit. I think you're gonna have to add it.
41. You got on 41 agency something edit. Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't want to go to the edit agency path.
So what are we passing to this method?
What's the method? What's the path again?
The
This
path.
file.
In the terminal.
In the agency
agency
admin
admin
job
job.
properties.
Yeah.
I think that's not in there. You're gonna need to add it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you
Then
just call
add
it like the agency admin job properties page.
Yeah. So like on line 57, you can.
Like add another one.
Yeah. You don't need a space, but. Well, yeah. So this is going to pattern match against whatever you write in the admin access
Probably
feature.
gonna want space instead of underscores, right?
Yeah.
I mean, in the English description of it, and then that'll just be the return that the agency admin's job properties path as the.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So
return.
Did that make sense? What he said, Mike?
I should just return this.
Yeah, just paste that. Yeah.
An underscore path.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
And then assert then I should be on the agency admin job properties page.
Yeah. So in this,
Did you put quotes around it or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mike, if you do it like that, then it's going to be looking for a match group. And the way you wrote it there, you're not looking for any match groups.
So
yeah, I would put a the as well, but and add page to the end, like Michael said, so it reads better. Then I should be on the agency admin job properties page.
I put the quotes.
No, put a the and then a page at the end. Yeah.
Mm,
And Faith, what is your expectation?
that it's going to fail.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah.
What do you think, Mike?
Do we need to explain our expectations?
You can.
Faith. Why would you think that I've written a code that's
not authorized?
Because we've seen it fail, Mike. You just clicked on it in the browser. We all watched it fail.
Why would Faith think that I've just spent time to follow instructions that are going to fail?
I feel like it's much easier to make expectations when we've actually done it in the browser and watched it fail.
Yeah.
Syntax error. Oh, we were all wrong.
962.
Yeah. Interesting.
Faith.
get rid of the end on line 57. Just get rid of that end, yeah.
Yeah, get rid of the spaces as well.
I think that's all it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
Eagle eye.
Yes.
Expected that. Good.
Looks right.
Yeah.
Expected agency and main job properties. Got.
So how can we? So what do we need to do to get this to pass, guys?
Give the
This
guys some
particular user permission.
Sorry, Faith.
Give this person permissions to go to that.
Yeah.
Page.
I mean, it's not clear. I don't know exactly how to give permissions. Does anyone else have an idea where we give permissions? Is it permissions or authorization or?
Probably in the controller somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where I'd start looking in the controller for that page. Under the, what was it, the agency admin or whatever.
Faith, were you going to say something?
No. Yes. No.
Go to the
agency and job properties.
yeah, agency admin controller, and then go down.
Check authorization.
Job properties, check authorization. Check whether this agency. So, where is check authorization at?
Looks like a method somewhere.
It does. I agree. Look at that.
Check authorization.
What? Self.action description. Right.
So it looks like we're authorizing. There's, what is there, like a gem for authorize or something? There's got to be a gem involved here with authorize.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go up, it looks like we put all, like there's a bunch of different stuff. Go down, scroll down. That's home, and then job properties. Okay, so that's job properties. Right. I'm just worried, like, check authorization. What else? Does anything else rely on that? The home property probably does.
Yeah, there's a couple methods here that I saw. If you scroll up, Mike, or just search for check authorization, see how many are in the.
Check authorization.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one there. There's one above.
Yeah, there's 3 of them.
So,
Oh, well, they're actually calling it.
So within home and
I
job
see.
properties.
Okay.
Have you found the gem you are asking?
I don't think so. I'm.
see the gem file on the route folder.
Mm-hmm.
It's that we have. We using Pandit.
Mm.
Where?
I'm on GitHub. but go to the gem file on the root folder. I haven't set up this project yet.
I think there is a gem. I assume there's a gem involved.
Find it line 42.
Yeah.
Pundit.
Pundit.
Mhm.
Pundit, tomato.
I'm not sure that's a pundit. I'm not sure it's an actual expression, Mike. But nice try. Pundit. You're funny.
So, what does this guy do for us?
Probably it does something with authorizations. I think was it clear to you how Michael came to the conclusion that we must be using a gem to, or not?
I'm not sure, but then I think we looked through. There was this method that was in the controller that I could not see where it was defined.
Where's the controller?
Where's the controller? So it was in the. What control was it again? Agency admin.
Yeah.
So I think this.
I think it's line 86, the authorized method.
That's so there's that authorize. You see at the beginning of line 86, there's that method authorize.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what you were talking about, no, Mike?
Yeah.
So that's calling a method called authorize, and then I guess how did you know that that's not an internal method that we have somewhere, and that it's a gem? It's just authorizations are typically handled by gems.
They're often handled by gems, but also it didn't seem like there was anything loaded in this controller with that name, unless it was, because normally, so basically, to call something with the title like that, authorize, means it's implicitly acting on the controller.
Mm-hmm.
And it's clearly not defined in there. And then the other thing I would look at is maybe application controller, because it's descended from that. So if it was defined in the hierarchy somewhere, but otherwise it's probably a gem and it's mixed in.
Okay. So for you, in your experience, the most logical place would be to look in the gem file, and having not found anything in the gem file, then you would look in application record.
Controller, yeah.
Controller, sorry. Yeah. Okay.
What's 85 used for? Seems like it's just a text.
I think it's something to do. I'm not sure. Might be something for diagnostics or something.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah. Maybe it's using the test somewhere. Don't know.
Yeah, because it's only one. So actually, that's what I thought. Signal Michael. Yeah. Because I could not find.
Have you worked someone with Pundit?
Do we what? Sorry?
Have you used Pundit before? Someone of you?
No.
I have.
Yeah, because I'm looking at it now, and I think it's a directory in app policies, and you got file names with the different controller names, and inside of these files you got permissions to different methods on the controller.
Does that make sense, Mike?
No.
If you open app policies.
You see the policies folder?
Oh,
And you
Never
got here
seen.
controller names. So we are interested in this was
Agency.
agency. So open agency policy. And that's what's checking for the permission for, you know, yeah, what we are asking here. So
Does this policies come with the gem or?
yeah, this folder is created by the gem, and the files you have to create yourself. But
Okay.
so when this returns true, this user has permission, and you can, you know, process to this controller and, you know, open the file. Otherwise, not. It's blocked for you.
What to do?
So here we have to probably check if this user is, yeah, return true if for this user. So now it's only checking if I don't know what the record is. Record. Are we not? No.
I mean, I think a record was being passed from the controller too.
Yeah, but that's what I'm thinking.
That's a good way, Mike, to find out. Yeah, I like
the agency.
Update.
I like your instinct to just drop in a pry everywhere. That's.
But I actually questioned myself how I will get there. So this check authorization agency.
Well, check authorization agency. Where is that being called? Because that's what's going to call this authorize, right?
Yeah. But then when you come here, where does record come from? I still don't see.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that record is something that is used by the gem. But I guess like my question would be is like, where's this agency admin? Is this the gem is a method for the gem, or is this defined somewhere?
It's clearly on the model, right?
Yep. It seems
There's
like
a
it.
model.
Where's the?
When you say clearly, because it's being called from like the user.agency admin.
Yeah, somehow the user is being injected into this class.
Yeah. So then
I would imagine
you're looking for admin, agency admin, I think.
there's a role module too.
Yeah,
it must be.
I mean, if you do a global search of that method, it might be easier to find it instead of like going to the models and then going to. So like from that policy, there's that user admin.
Agency admin,
yeah. Yeah, agency admin. Yeah.
Like if you do a global, maybe
yeah.
it might be defined somewhere else. Actually, like there's that role module too.
Just copy and paste, maybe.
It's all over.
If you put a question mark at the end, you probably have less results. So there, yeah, your cursor's on it actually, or someone's cursor. Oh, that's my cursor. Never mind.
The model agency person answers the question agency admin. The role module answers the question agency admin for a user. I mean, it must be agency person, right? It must be the model agency person.
So
Go into that model agency person. Is that like descended from user? It's like a type of user. Yeah,
No.
acts as a user.
Mm.
Acts as a user. That's
Mhm.
interesting. So
you said
if you go in there, go on.
yeah.
I mean, it's defined in there as agency admin. Go down. I thought there was a def. Or is there not a def?
It's not the mod.
Can you go back to the search results? Not that one. What you see the one that says agency_person.rb, and then the bottom match for that. Click that.
No, you were there.
The bottom match, you were just over top of it.
Yeah. Line 129 of that file that you're currently.
Yeah. Like go to that one.
Yeah. Click on there. Ah, look at that. Has role AA.
Yeah.
The only thing is that like we probably, I mean, I don't know, and maybe this is a question other people are thinking of is like, do we really? I mean, we could just say has role AA and then maybe JD, but that would give more access than we want to give to JD.
We don't want to do that.
Yeah, I think we should looking for JD. So
This
here
is
it's job developers in this file role modules, and we have to check if it's agency admin or job developer, and change it in this folder policies for this one.
Yeah, but that policy is going to give them authorization for more than just the job.
Okay, so we might have to copy this method just for this one, call, and check for these two users in the controller.
So, instead of just saying like the check authorization, checking if they are an agency specifically for that page, if they're an agency admin or a job developer. Is that what you suggest?
So where's the
1 second. No, we have to change it only in the policy file, because the policy file checks for permission to access this this page.
But it's not just for that page, is it? I guess it's being called
just
twice.
for this one controller. It's just for this one page. Like
there's
if
two
you look
times.
at the other files.
Yeah, but there's 2 times it's being called on that controller. I'm not sure. Like maybe that's not a problem, but it's not being called just once. Can you go back to the controller and see where else it's being called? So it's being called if we want to go to the path that we're trying to go to. And it's also being called the check authorization. So there. And where else is it being called? There. In the home. Oh well, agency admin home. Yeah, so agency admin home, we don't want to give them permissions to go to the agency admin home. That's where they can do all kinds of admin, right? So I was thinking that you were suggesting that that somehow in this job properties we checked the yeah.
Can we check authorization for both?
I think what we're saying is that now the authorization of these two methods is diverging, right?
Yeah.
Potentially in this case. So
You could do,
and that's
could you do just like check authorization and then after or current user dot job developer? Or that's dirty.
is dirty. So this is calling the role, right? This is calling the policy. There's like we have a policy called update, which is envisioning that we have the authority to update like the whole thing, basically. Like if we have the authority to so we have the authority to update this agency admin controller method. So I guess the thing is we could have a different policy that's like more fine grained.
Yeah, that would be the cleaner way of doing it, right? Like
another policy.
Have a different policy that's like checking if the person that would be called just from this.
Instead of agency admin, job developer. So what would it be? It would be like update job details? Question mark. Death update job details. Is that what we're saying? Matt?
Sorry.
Update job details?
Oh, is that you're talking to me?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was distracted by Slack. I'm not sure exactly. Is that the only thing that's going on in the job properties? Is updating? I mean, I guess that
job
goes
properties.
back.
Update job properties or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we're supposed to be doing on job properties. Like, you can add job specialties, you can add job skills, you can delete. Yeah, you can delete and add job specialties and skills, basically, is what and licenses, I guess.
I mean, it feels like update job properties would be.
Yeah, that sounds
would cover it.
Yeah.
So if you create another method that says update job properties ? And instead of being the user agency admin, it's the user job developer. User.job developer record or false. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so. It makes sense to me. Mike, you're pausing for a second. Does that make sense to
you? Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
And then the only question is job properties. So I guess potentially though, Pundit, I think fail. Like, does it just fail hard? I guess when yeah, I guess Pundit. That's a problem. Pundit's gonna fail hard on us. I mean, so I think the thing is it's going to be either because of the way Pundit works. I'm assuming Pundit, as soon as that method returns false, it like throws you out of the controller, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you're gonna have to code in there. Well, we can see. I mean, we can just let the test fail. But like, yeah, update job properties with an R. PR. But I think you're gonna end up needing to put user agency admin in there too, like user.jobdeveloper or user.e. But don't put that in right now.
Okay.
Let's see if the save everything and then go to the controller. Yeah, check authorization. So we're gonna have to end up.
What do you mean end up?
Go down to the check authorization method. Yeah. Okay. Put like method or something. Like put a comma there with agency. After agency. Like after eight. No. In the arguments list of the method. So we're no
84 line.
in the line 84, comma. I don't know, method or something. Method. METHOD, and then say equals colon update question mark. So that it has like a default value. And put a space in between method and equals. And then put where a colon update is, put method. Like down at the bottom on line 86. No. Where update is, replace it with the variable method now. But just like the variable, not the keyword, the variable.
Okay, yeah.
Without the colon. And then go up to the top and not there, down a little bit, down just a little bit. There, stop. And put a comma, past the second argument and pass in the update job properties question mark. Colon update job properties. Update. And then question mark, right? Or is there like a question mark?
Yeah.
Yeah. Save that. Save everything now.
Okay.
And then just run the test, and they'll probably... That may pass. That test may pass. But other tests may fail, actually.
So that sounds like we set the expectations. Faith, do you agree with Michael? Or?
Yes.
But we'll see.
I mean, I guess I wasn't paying enough attention to
yeah, so that test passed.
Why the other tests might fail, but
other tests may fail because we've now programmed it so that it's asking Pundit whether the person has the authorization to update job properties, and we haven't yet put in that an agency admin has that authority.
Mm-hmm. So we didn't do either their agency admin or they have or update.
Yeah. So I think that it'll cause that method to return false, and then I think Pundit will then automatically throw them out.
Sorry, I was a little distracted. There's no like guard clause saying for it to to like return true if the and then call that other method.
I don't think so. There's timeout waiting for a response. That's interesting. I don't know why that's timing out. I don't think there's like a method for company admin accept a job application. Imagine there must be some other test somewhere that's testing this functionality.
Oh, it seems it's
Why you're messing up? Like why it's timing out on you? I don't know.
yeah. The tests were a little slow. I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
At some point, it's like just stuck.
So I'm just running all the tests.
I mean, you could like commit your changes and like let Matt or somebody drive.
Well, yeah, I was actually wondering if Faith wanted to drive.
I really wanted to drive, but I haven't set up the code locally.
Oh, really? Okay. We had an
Yeah.
install fest this weekend. Did you not get the notice about that?
I was preparing for my Halloween party.
Ah, that's right.
Why you have the camera on?
It turned out after planning, I decided to just be myself. Well, I didn't wear my white t-shirt, so I was.
So you didn't want to look green or something?
How long does the setting up process take? Is that Docker? No.
I guess like I mean I'm tempted to I don't know, like I was kind of thinking that you know with so many people here, like we could like divide and conquer, like, so I mean I would be willing to, like, if you wanted me, I could create an event, Faith, and I could
Yeah.
call you and we could get you set up for MetPlus so that we don't have this issue in the future. I guess,
Okay.
like, what's that?
+1.
Okay, cool. And then I guess like that leads back to the, I guess the reason, Michael, that you were suggesting maybe pushing it up and someone else pulling it down is because of how slow it's running on Mike's machine. Is that?
Yeah, and how it's like failing stuff is just.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
I mean, Daniel, you have things set up. I guess would you want to drive this session and Faith and I'll go get set up on?
I might, but I'm stuck on something else.
Yeah.
And I don't have much time.
You might be there in the background doing stuff.
I just have one question.
Just one. Okay. Not very many.
If you got, yeah, a second, I will share my screen. Not this, sorry. This one. Like here, it's that's a controller. Is it? No. One. Bloody. Okay, doesn't matter for now because Visual Studio Code opens the files in, in the same tabs as I've got some open, so I've lost it. Job application controller views.
Mike, you're gonna say I don't. Yeah, I haven't given you permissions to push up to my branch.
Yeah, I noticed you found that.
Well, I just kind of realized what you were doing, and so I guess I'll click on Daniel so people can see what he's doing, and I'll give you permission to do that.
Application.
And then, I mean, Faith, that sounds like maybe we could do that. Do you want to create an event or just create a hangout, or how do you want to?
Create an event.
Okay.
Yes, open it up for everyone. We could. I mean, there might be other people that are like, oh, I wish I could.
If someone can look on my screen. So I've got this table. Where is it? TD. And here it uses the title, description, company, apply that. This is showed on the page. But when I'm sorting, I have to pass the query and like here, there I got the company, but here I have to say from which table it comes. So I get job company, otherwise it doesn't sort. So I've made this one work, but I cannot find this applied at or status. Status might be there. I'm not sure because the status is always active, so I cannot see in the browser. But yeah, I cannot get to the applied at. Like here, I've got the buyback open. And it's query. So that's what gives me the query. And if I go result first job, then I could get to the title or name of the job, but I don't know how to find this applied at. There's no method on this. How to find something like that? Like status, is there a status?
Have you done a global search for the applied at to see like where that? What I guess that would be on the job table. I'm not.
Job application, jobs.
Yeah. So it's there, like in the, that's in the viewer, I guess. Job application viewer. That's the job controller.
Should I go here?
I mean, you could. I'm not sure. Like,
Because
I would need some more time playing around the.
It's not in the model. Yeah, but there's no easy way to show it somehow in the terminal or the connections. Because the company I found it by when I showed the job table, but like here.
Yeah.
Query first. So
it's like it's there, like when company, yeah. So
job seeker.
So I think that it should be not even under jobs. I think it should be. I think you found company name under jobs, but actually that first one is like under company. So it'd be like .company.job company name.
I'm looking for applied exactly.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying that I think you might have found the wrong when you're saying you found job name.
No, I was looking for. Oh yeah, maybe job name.
I think, on line 16 is like when it's the company, and then there's like the job company name. I mean, Yeah, I don't know. What's the case? Like this is when, but what's the case? Scroll up.
Apply that. It shows you, it was 10 days ago. Or
Yeah, I know that. Can you scroll up? So it says these are whens, right? So whens are associated with a case. So the case
field.
Okay.
So
in the field
application.
application fields, yeah. And this is on the applied job list. I mean, yeah, I'd have to dive into what I don't know anything about what you've been doing.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe there's an easy way to find it.
I mean,
I will get to
yes,
this, but
you need to know where to look for it, because there's so many different, like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, Michael, do you know of an easy way to find what he's talking about?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to that.
Oh, okay. No worries. Yeah. So I don't know. I guess I'm gonna drop off here. I've added you, Mike, as a collaborator there, so you should be able to push up to that.
Yeah, I already did push, and
okay. So maybe before I drop off, I should try running the test for you, because that's the reason you push. So I guess like I need to stash my changes again.
and also I should be leaving for home. So
yeah, I need to eat as well. I haven't eaten today, so and yeah, so I guess Faith, maybe we could meet in 25 minutes, maybe. That would give me some time to, not a lot of time, but some time to grab some food, because we also have that pairing session at 6 p.m. as well. So all right, so share my screen. So I stash my changes. What's the name of this branch? Developers, the really long name that someone created. So git pull origin. Oh, I think I can just say git pull. That always worries me. Oh, really? Okay, so pull down the changes, and we want to run cucumber. Oh, we don't run just that test. We run just all of them. I know the cucumber test didn't take so long for me here. Like what really takes a long time is all the RSpec tests, Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
maybe mine are failing because of the Nokogiri thing. I'm not sure.
I guess it could be, but I mean, I'm surprised that you just seem like you've gotten past that issue with like.
Check it in the browser, maybe it works.
Yeah, true. That's good. It's a good thing as well. I mean, I guess it does work. That's why it's passing. What we were trying to, I guess what Michael was saying is that maybe the way we've implemented it, or it sounds like, yeah, I don't know, maybe definitely whatever. The way we've implemented it would mean that it breaks other things, like it causes it to not work for, or to work too liberally, or not work for other. No,
Not work for agency admins.
Yeah. Thank you. Sorry, that's what I said, right? So this, I wait 1 second. It's not great practice, is it? To use sleep.
Yeah, sometimes maybe it takes a while for JavaScript and CSS to load.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I guess like because they're doing like in that case, they're doing like a negative assertion afterwards. So, but like there's ways that you can like I read an article about capybara finders and like matchers and stuff about how you can. There's certain ones that you can. Look at that. So Mike at MetPlus can't. Oh, Mike, you can't see the admin. That seems like an intermittent failing test, though. Maybe. Yeah, like you can use like find, for example, which will like wait for, and we'll do. I'm not sure if it does some like a default amount of retries, so you don't have to like sleep. I mean, well, at this point when you were running the test, you were getting failures, right? So I guess so far so good. And I mean, I guess Faith, for you, like to answer your question earlier that you asked about, then I took us on a tangent. You already have some of the things set up, like Postgres, and there's some things that you probably don't need to worry about getting set up, like with the Java and stuff like that. So like the Rails part of it, I think would be really quick. Hopefully, famous last words.
Mike,
Yep. Mike or Matt?
there's a mic check.
Oh, Mike. Check.
What were you saying?
I was just saying, answering your question, like I don't think it should take too long to get set up. Oh, we have two Faiths now. Faith do.
She's got a twin.
She's got a twin. Yeah, doppelganger. Because you have Postgres already set up, for example, and there's really good instructions on how to get set up for MetPlus. So,
Okay.
I mean, I guess like the hope is that after we've all like spent time getting set up and getting familiarized with the project, that we would continue working on the project after the sprint. Otherwise, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if anyone else has seen, but Sam was saying in the background that he's gotten past the it seems like gotten past that deploy stuff. So we seem to be able to automatically deploy from semaphore to staging at least. I'm not sure if he's already working on, or if the next step is to work on like actually doing that for the production. Yeah, I mean, this seems like a really good candidate to, Mike, when Sam was talking about in the Scrum the other day about how like declarative versus imperative features.
Yeah, I've seen most of the tests, like the scenarios, like they're so long. So
yeah, I was just gonna say it's probably a good refactoring, like, because maybe a lot of that information can be hidden from I don't know, whoever's reading the features. Although I don't know, maybe it's not good to just go as a first step refactoring code that you don't know a lot about.
Well, refactoring tests is tricky because you need to see it. You need to know. You need to break it, see where it breaks, why. And then you need to refactor the test and see that it's still capable of breaking in the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you've changed the tests, potentially broken them.
Yeah.
That's the tricky thing with refactoring test code.
Even if you have like the same logic in a more declarative type step, you can still break it in ways that you don't understand, because you don't understand the code base as well.
Yeah, you just don't understand. Like, whenever you change the tests, you run the risk of just like ending up with a test that seems like the same thing, but it's not actually the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it could just be trivial. It could just be like vacuously passing, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's no longer really testing anything meaningful.
Yeah. I mean, I guess like I've found that like with doing stuff with like Website One and stuff, that like having a look at the test kind of helps you to understand the code base, better, and like what like to deal with when we was working with like the plans and stuff like that. Like what needs to exist for a user to be classified as premium mob or whatever, you know, as a simple example.
Yeah.
And like you know, something that we have here in MetPlus that like I felt like really helped us today. I don't know, Mike, if you can speak to it, but like is like having the ability to have seeded users with different permissions. Like really, that's something that we didn't have in website one until Daniel put in a PR to fix that. And I kind of struggled with being able to like visualize. I mean, I was writing tests and like doing save and open page, and you know, like it ended up pushing me to write tests to make sure that I was getting what I thought I was getting. But like, I don't know. Was that helpful for you, Mike?
I think I was a little bit distracted when you are speaking, but yeah, it was helpful.
Yeah.
I don't know what was helpful. It was good.
I talk so much, you gotta tune me out at some point, right?
No, like I'm so bad at multitasking. So if someone is me from elsewhere, and I cannot just, I don't know. Maybe I should make microservices for myself. Yeah. So what was that? That was helpful to me. Because it was.
Well, you said yeah. Like yep, that was helpful. I agree with everything you just said. What did I just say? I don't know.
Yeah. No, so you know, we have to make the tests green, and then once it's green, no, we make them black. No, red. Then you make them green. Okay. Now,
I was actually saying that one thing I really like about coming, you know, to MetPlus is that they have like different users seeded into like with different permissions, so that you can actually go to the browser and you can actually, okay, what would the steps be that I would take as a user to get to what I'm expecting, and I was saying that we didn't have that with website one until Daniel put in a PR about it, you know. So.
Oh yeah. Green. Very green.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know exactly how long these tests are going to take. Like,
maybe you can update us.
I don't remember them taking this long. I mean, I could, yeah, I could wait and see which ones fail, and then I can run the ones that failed in isolation to see if they're not intermittent failings, and then I can. I mean, I guess we have the build as well that's like actually running all these tests right now, anyways. So I don't know really why I'm doing this.
True. Continuous integration.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I could go there and see if it fails at the build, why it fails, and post the failures in the comments, and then when we pick it up, we can go from there. Or I don't know. Are people going to keep working on this today, or?
I have to leave for now.
Yep. And I guess Faith and I are going to go get set up, and then if there's time, maybe we'll work on it. Maybe we won't. And
yeah, if I get home before you guys, if I get home and I see a link, I'll definitely join.
Okay.
Yeah.
Michael, any plans that you want to share with the group, or?
Not really. Secret. No. I don't know. I was actually just thinking about taking a nap, but
Nice.
like for an hour.
I like that. You know, you can always work. You can always work later. You know, there's nothing that says that you have to, or not work later. You know. Anyways, I thought you might not have anything there, but I didn't want to be like, you know, it'd be obvious that I was like not asking you. You know. All right. Well, I'm stalling a little bit because I'm like, come on, it's got to be done right now. You know.
I'm still
Because you're
making
thinking about that. You're thinking about how good an app would be.
I am. I'm thinking like eat a big meal, take a nap, The problem is with taking a nap is like these people with like these time zones that are ahead of, like these guys are going to be going to sleep soon. So it's like, if I'm going to pair with people, I need to like, pair with it. It's the problem with like eating like, before like the afternoon is that, you miss out on stuff. But, yeah.
Are you 7 hours behind me right now?
I don't think so. Am I still? I thought you haven't changed, and I haven't changed either.
Okay.
I think, like Sam's changed, and Michael's time zone is going to change next week. Mine's going to change soon, though. I guess I hadn't thought about that, but I think it would be. I think it's the opposite, isn't it? Like, or I don't know. I got to check things. Hopefully not.
It's all gonna go. It should go back an hour. Like your time. So right now, if it was like 1 o'clock right now.
Yeah.
What time is it where you're at?
Yeah, it's like almost 2.
So when your time changes, like this time will be like almost 1 instead of almost 2.
Yeah.
More fun.
So that means if we keep the events the same UTC time, so that they appear the same time to Faith and everybody, like in Kenya, then it'll be like an hour earlier for all of us.
Yeah, right. So that'd be a good thing. Then I'll have an hour extra to pair with you. Yeah, I mean that makes sense because
not potentially that good for me though.
No,
because that'll drive it to like the scrum will be 6 a.m.
Yeah, that's not good. I mean Nick as well. Like I guess like his. I mean he already finds it difficult to.
He's like on the West Coast, right? So
yeah. So
it'll be like 3 a.m. You'll get up at 3 a.m.
Like, does the change in time change your body alignment? Like, if you are aligned to be waking up at 8 a.m., now the time has moved to 7 a.m. I thought my body will be up the same. Like, if it was waking up at 8 a.m.
It's the time changes, but everybody's like, so like effectively everybody's schedule.
Oh yeah.
Gets moved.
Yeah.
Like if you go to work or school at like 10 a.m. or whatever, like it'll still be 10 a.m. and it'll just be an hour earlier, like in reality.
Mm-hmm.
So then everybody's like Sam says it's insanity because like twice a year we all agree to like get jet lagged basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a bit strange.
Like the entire country just gets jet lagged for like a week or 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure things out, because I'm so used to like rolling out of bed and starting the scrum, and now it's gonna be like, am I gonna be disciplined enough to like roll out of bed, at the same time and like start coding, or is it gonna be like where I'm just gonna start later in the day, or I don't know. Anyways. All right, well, I better drop off if I want to eat. But feel free to, I guess it'll stop recording in a minute if I drop off, but I'm not sure. Like, yeah, I think you guys will probably drop off as well. So, yeah, you guys all have your plans.
All right, so bye for now. I'm going as well.
See you guys soon.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.